if you want to, before you even draw the arms, it might be nice to have like that reference point, right? So I think we're going to start to like give our body some meat here. Before you try and draw like perfect curves and perfect angles, I want you to just break it down into like really simple shapes first. This should simplify, right? And then you have something to work with. You have something to like ask yourself, does it need to be thicker? Does it need to curve a little bit more here? Does it need to be angled a little bit different here? So you can use, I like ovals feel really good to me. She feels like a little bit more like almost like curvy triangular, but it's still oval. So what I want to do first is I want to just start like building in some shape here. So giving her like some shoulder area, some waist area. And these are like circles or ovals, whatever feels like more natural to you. And then her hip area. So I've gotten her like middle back, her shoulder area, and her hip area. And so we're actually already getting that like hourglass shape. So I want to say maybe from like here to here. I'm going to assume my rib cage is somewhere in here. That should be like the length of the tricep. So maybe, and this is like pretty, what do you guys think? Do you think that this is like pretty, like her arms are like straight up? Or do you think they're like angled a little bit? Angled a little bit. Right, to the left, to the right?
To the right.
To the right, a little bit. Right, so if I take this, it's pretty much straight here. I just want to angle it like a little bit. And this is like literally what I mean by like finger tests. So you can probably do this in a more sophisticated way. You could probably like take a piece of paper and make tallies on it or just use a ruler. But I might say, okay, like maybe her elbow like lines up like right there. Does that make sense? Cool. Sweet. So maybe I just drew like an axis for my arm somewhere. So I'm gonna do it over here too. Ooh, notice how this is like tilted, right? So it's gonna fall like maybe just a little tiny bit lower down here, somewhere in the rib cage. Maybe just the tiniest bit. And again, just tilting it a little bit more this way. Another axis. And then because I've decided that my hands are gonna be off my paper, it feels good to just kind of like chunk in a little axis for your forearm. You can do that. Since it's going off the canvas, it's okay if it's like a little short. Okay, feeling like I really need my head in there. The head is between 1/7 in terms of height. It's between 1/7 and 1/8 of our entire body, which is pretty crazy. So if you take, let's see, I think from head to neck to like somewhere like chest area, this is kind of weird, but how is this? Is this kind of like the size of my head? Somewhere around here? Somewhere around here. Right here. So like neck, somewhere in like chest range. Should be like one head length. So chest area should be like somewhere around rib cage. The height of it should be like something like this. Oh, I almost got a body in here. So now I have things to work with, most importantly, right? I think it's very common, like you just want to like jump to details right away, but what you're missing is like placement and estimated size of what you're working with. Imagine doing like all the beautiful, I don't know why I went to the elbow, but all the beautiful details of the elbow, right? And then you drew the rest of the body, you took an hour on this elbow, and then you drew everything else, and all of a sudden like your head's not on the canvas, right? You really needed that head. This hopefully eliminates that factor, right? If you try and like just kind of plop everything in there with like very like basic shapes, it should help the placement and the size of what you're trying to go for, because now we have something to work with a little bit. Any questions yet? This should take a while. and I'm here too. And we're all here. That's the thing with drawing. It's like, it takes a lot of patience, and it takes like another perspective too. So asking someone else to like, does this feel right? And getting that other perspective. I worked with that. When I drew this, I actually had someone be like, does this feel right? And I'm like, no, this needs to curve in a little bit more. So we're here, we're all here. Let's definitely ask each other for help too.